Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese explorer and a nobleman, the first European to reach India by sea. In 1497, he was appointed by the then government to command an expedition with the intention to find a maritime route to east. On 8th July 1497, he set sail from Lisbon, Portugal. Vasco da Gama arrived on the western sea coast of India, that is Calicut, Kerala. This was the first time ever any European had reached India via sea. Vasco da Gama was the third son of Estevão da Gama, a small provincial nobleman who was commander of the fortress of Sines on the coast of Alentejo province in southwestern Portugal. Vasco da Gama sailed from Lisbon with a fleet of 4 vessels, two medium-sized, three-masted sailing ships, each of about 120 tons, sized about 27 meters in length and 8.7 meters in breadth, named São Gabriel and São Rafael, a 50-ton caravel of a smaller size named Barrio, with a 20-ton store ship commanded by Goncalo Nunes. Passing through the Canary Islands, Vasco da Gama's fleet reached Santiago on 15th July, and on 26th he reached the islands of Cape Verde, and there he anchored and stayed up to 3rd August. Thereafter, avoiding the strong current of Gulf of Guinea, his fleet took a long route to cross South Atlantic before he took a round off Cape of Good Hope. On 17th of November, his fleet reached Santa Helena Bay, South Africa. Before this expedition of Vasco da Gama, many sailors and merchants from West had tried to discover the route to India, the land that was famous for spices and other riches. In 1492, in an attempt to find the sea route to India, Christopher Columbus discovered America, but Vasco da Gama became successful in discovering the sea route to India. In those days, goods from India, such as spices, were in great demand in Europe. In those days, most of the trade from India to West was by land route and by Arab merchants who took these goods from India to the Venetians, who in turn sold the spices and other goods to Europe. The land journey was expensive, and that the capture of Constantinople by the Ottomans in 1453 had highly reduced the trade from Venice. This was the reason why King Manuel I of Portugal was interested to find the way to India. He sanctioned the voyage to India and appointed Vasco da Gama as the expedition's leader and as the captain of Armada. After reaching Helena, the crews of the fleet made contact with the tribes at Helena, as many members of the crew got infected with scurvy. From there, Vasco da Gama reached Mozambique and then anchored at Malindi in East Africa. It is said an Indian from Kenya helped Vasco with the directions to the subcontinent. On 20th, 1498, Vasco da Gama reached Kapara, a place near Kozhikode, Calicut, a place in Kerala, India. In those days, Kozhikode was the part of the kingdom of Zamorin. The relationship between the Zamorins and Vasco da Gama could not develop as was expected because da Gama refused to pay the routine customs duty. Vasco da Gama left Calicut and arrived in Malindi in January 1499. The crew was in bad shape as half of its members had died during the return voyage. Da Gama, on his return to Lisbon on 10th July 1499, was given hero's welcome and was given the title of Dom by the king. This expedition of Vasco da Gama had brought in cargo which was valued at more than 60 times the whole expedition's cost. Later on, Portugal went on to colonize parts of India. Their biggest colony, Goa, remained under Portuguese rule for more than 450 years till 1961, when Indian Army liberated the state. This discovery of sea route to India by Vasco da Gama is often regarded as the single most important discovery in what is known as the Age of Discovery. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe the channel.